Alright you guys, so in part 1 of this video over here, I talked about how to spend money for happiness. And in this video today, in part 2, I'm going to give you 5 rules on how to best manage your personal finances for happiness. So if you haven't seen the first part of this video, go watch it over here and come back later. So oftentimes it's really hard to navigate personal finance. After all, nobody really teaches this at school. So many of us enter adulthood without a clear understanding of how to manage our money effectively. And that leads to all sorts of financial stress and also uncertainty. And this is why today I compiled 5 essential rules about finance that can guide us towards financial happiness and also comfort. So we're going to be covering saving, investing, spending, debt, and also interest. So my hope is that by adopting these 5 simple rules, these invaluable tools will just help you achieve genuine happiness and also stability in your lives. Here we go. Rule number 1. Save 3 to 6 months of emergency funds. So the very first thing you are going to do when you start earning money is to build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So in order to do that, you're going to keep track of how much money you use per month and multiply that by 6. This is going to be your emergency fund, all right? So you can think of this as your financial safety net. This will give you peace when you have unexpected events in life, like when you lose a job or when you have medical emergencies. Remember to always prioritize this fund before making any other investments. Rule number 2. Invest first, spend later. So after you've saved 3 to 6 months of emergency funds, the next thing you're going to do is set up an investment account and automatically transfer a portion of your income every month as soon as you get your salary. Alright? This is really important to save as soon as you get your pay and then live off of the rest. Alright? You're gonna save first, invest, and then spend later. And the golden amount I recommend you to invest is 15%. I think this is a number that's just right. It's not too much where you feel overwhelmed, and it's not too less that you don't see an effect. This is supposed to be long-term, and you're gonna be saving every month no matter what. So I think 15% is a relatively reasonable amount. So transfer 15% of your income every month into your investment portfolio and invest the money into ETFs or bonds. Ideally, you're going to be aiming for about an average return of 10% per year. Nothing too risky or crazy at the beginning. The key is to only invest in things that you really fully understand, and don't go too crazy. Like, do not invest in crypto if you don't understand it, all right? Make sure you are understanding what you are investing in. You can also let me know in the comments if you want me to make more detailed videos about investing. Rule number 3, rent should be less than 1/3 of your income. So the next rule we are going to talk about is spending. If you are renting, you should aim to not pay more than 1/3 of your take-home pay. This is very conventional, by the way. And the reasoning behind this is because if your rent payment is capped at approximately 30% of your income, you'll still have plenty of money left to cover other living expenses and also to work towards your personal financial goals. So go ahead, get a calculator, your take-home pay divided by 3. If you're spending more than this, you're spending way too much on your rent. So it's time to move out. Rule number 4, the buy it twice rule. So this is a simple yet effective financial principle when it comes to spending. It basically means if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. Alright? So this means if you want to buy a new laptop for $2,000, you're gonna ask yourself, can I buy 2 for $4,000? If you can comfortably buy 2 of them without straining your budget too much, then by all means, go right ahead. But if not, you probably shouldn't be buying it. This is a principle that has helped me a lot because it prevents impulsive spendings and also encourages saving. Rule number 5, avoid debt. This one is going to be super simple. So my rule is, apart from house mortgages, do not go into debt. This includes car payments, student loans, or any sort of credit card installment payments. This is not only important for you to ensure that you don't go into a debt trap, but it's also super important for you to ensure happiness, because research shows that 97% of people with debt believe that they'd be happier if they were out of debt. So the message is basically, don't go into debt if you want to be happy. Research also shows that student loans harm happiness and that such debt is correlated with a lot of stress. So if you do already have debt, focus on paying that off first before you spend or invest on anything else, and definitely avoid accumulating new debts. You know, like it might be really tempting to use credit card loans for instant gratification when you want to buy something and you can just, like buy it really quickly with a credit card loan, but don't do that because it often leads to long-term financial stress. Remember, financial freedom is about living within your means and also planning for the future. All right, you guys, that was it for today. These were the 5 rules for you to manage your finances for greater happiness. So to summarize, always have 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. Save first, invest, and then spend later. Invest 15% of your take-home pay. Invest in only things that you understand. Don't pay more than 1/3 of your take-home income for rent. Don't buy something if you can't buy it twice. And do not go into debt. These are the rules for achieving financial well-being. I hope these tips are insightful, and if you have any more rules that you have in mind that helped you, let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you're interested in hearing more about money and its correlation to happiness, you can go watch this video over here where we will be discussing just that, what you should be spending your money on to be happy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!